Hey guys, Kevin from Subispeed. We got our WRX in the shop today, and we're going to be addressing an issue that some of you may have already had to deal with or are worried about dealing with. I've seen multiple cases of this happening from our customers where the mount on the firewall for the pitch stop has failed. Now this isn't happening only on cars with upgraded pitch stops, it's happening with the OEM pitch stop as well. So today we're going to be installing the Perrin pitch stop brace to help counteract that and prevent it from happening. So let's first talk a little bit about what the pitch stop actually does. Under harsh driving conditions like hard acceleration, your drivetrain tends to move side to side and back and forth. The pitch stop is designed to reduce that back and forth motion and make power delivery more efficient. Now this design has been used on previous years, but for some reason it's been a little bit of an issue on this year's chassis. So if we take a look at Perrin's kit and what's included, there's three main components. One is a new flexible braided stainless steel clutch line, which is needed because the driver's side brace uses the same holes that the OEM clutch line is currently using. The other two main components are the braces themselves, which go up against the OEM pitch stop mount and strengthens it by adding more points of contact. So let's pop open that hood and we get started with the install. Now your pitch stop mount is going to be under your intercooler, so the first steps are going to be removing your engine cover and the intercooler. We haven't run an engine cover in quite some time now, so I can't really show you that, but I'm pretty sure it's just a couple clips and then you can pop that off. As for the intercooler, we're running a front mount, so I can't really show you that either, but I know I've done a lot of install videos that require me to remove that, so you can watch the previous videos to check out the process on removing your intercooler. I went ahead and removed some of our front mount intercooler piping to get a better view of everything. So once you get everything removed, we can go ahead with the actual install. Once your intercooler is out of the way, you want to locate the clutch line bracket that's holding it to the firewall. Go ahead and remove the wiring harness that's clipped in there. And then there is a 12mm bolt that's holding it to the firewall. Go ahead and remove that as well. Now that the clutch line is released from the firewall, we can start fully removing it from the car. Now you want to grab some shop towels for this step, because once we loosen those bolts for the clutch line, it's going to start dripping some brake fluid. It's going to help to grab a pair of pinch pliers and pinch off the hose that's going from the brake reservoir to the clutch master cylinder. Once you have that pinched off, we can start uninstalling the clutch line. This fitting here is going to be a 10mm and this banjo bolt is going to be a 14mm. Now, once you have the OEM clutch line off, you want to quickly install your new clutch to prevent further loss of brake fluid. You're also going to reuse the banjo bolt and washer from the OEM clutch line. Once you have your new clutch line in place, you want to locate the bleeder nipple on the clutch slave cylinder. We're going to be using this to bleed the clutch. You can either use a vacuum bleeder if you have one, or you can grab some clear tubing, something for the tubing to drain into, and a friend to help you press down the clutch. I'm going to have Thomas help me today so we can bleed this clutch and get all the air out. We're just going to be using some clear tubing in a bottle. This is going to be an 8mm fitting. I do want to mention that you want to pay attention to the brake fluid level in the brake fluid reservoir. Make sure that doesn't go too low, or you're going to pull air into the system and then you're going to create more work for yourself. So pay attention to that. If it's too low, top it off and then keep going until you get all that air out. Once you're done bleeding the clutch, we're going to move over to the passenger side here, and you're going to want to unclip this plastic bracket from the firewall that's holding these harnesses in place. It's a little bit of a pain. There's not a good spot to get leverage, but keep working at it and you'll be able to get that off. And then you can either remove that bracket or just move it to the side. And that's going to expose two holes that we are going to install the rivet nuts that Perrin supplies. Now to install the rivet nuts, we're going to use the tool that Perrin supplies. You're going to put the bolt and washer into the tool and then thread the rivet nut on the end. You want to insert the rivet nut into the hole, and then you're going to use a 10mm socket or wrench and start cranking away at it, and it'll compress and bite into the firewall. Once that's tightened down and you're not able to go any further, you can take the bolt out and the rivet nut will stay in there. Once you have both rivet nuts installed in those two holes, we're going to remove this 14mm bolt that's holding the pitch stop mount in place. Once that bolt is removed, we can install the passenger side brace with the included bolts and washers. You can just hand tighten those for now. Once you have that in place, we can move on to the other side. Now on the driver's side, we're going to need to remove the two 12mm nuts that are holding the clutch master cylinder in place. So go ahead and remove those. Now once those nuts are removed, we're going to make sure not to press down on your clutch pedal since it's not bolted to the firewall. Once you have those removed, you also want to fold back this fibrous piece on the firewall here to get it out of the way. With that out of the way, we're going to install the driver's side brace. We're going to reuse the 12mm nuts that were installed on here previously. Once you have both those braces hand tightened, you're going to grab the 17mm bolt that Perrin supplies and thread that into the pitch stop mount. You're going to make sure you add that washer into there as well. Now you're going to want to torque this down to 43 foot-pounds. Once you have that bolt torqued down to 43 foot-pounds, you're going to put the washer and nut on the other side and torque this down to 43 foot-pounds as well. Once you have both of those torqued down correctly, you're going to torque down the two nuts that are holding the master cylinder in place. Those are going to be 15 to 18 foot-pounds, and then the rest are going to be 8 to 10. Once you have everything torqued down, you can get your intercooler reinstalled, engine cover back on, and you're set. You now have that peace of mind, and you don't have to worry about your pitch stop mount failing on you. So if you want to pick up one of these for yourself, go and click on the top right-hand corner of the video. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to email us, sales@subispeed.com, or give us a ring, 888-885-2002. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on your 2015 WRX or STI. Remember to hit that subscribe button for more 2015 WRX and STI videos. If you haven't already, let us know in the comment section down below what other videos you'd like to see. Click that Subispeed logo down there to visit our website and connect with us through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We love seeing your guys' installs and projects that you're working on, so feel free to share those. Also add us on Snapchat by scanning that ghost over there to see what kind of shenanigans we're up to in the shop or when we're out on a trip. And if you haven't already done so, check out our latest videos. Till next time, guys.